we also need to decide what commitment level we want to make tonight.
If you want to do more than the 20%, yes.
You remember the scoring?
It wasn't a lot of points, but it was a few more points if you're willing to contribute a little more. I'm concerned there's going to be some big projects submitted for big dollar projects. You think about Marion County, you think about Lake County, high volume rail tracks, multiple rail lines, multiple tracks, high volume vehicular. I think that's going to be very demanding. Columbus has their project at State Road 11. They're talking $30 million for that one project. I think $30 million projects will not be unheard of. Our niche might be if we only want 10 million. If you know they get down to there's 10 and there's 10 million, isn't that just like a federal bureaucrat, right? If there's 10 million left, maybe we're the guys sitting there that fit leftover money.
Well, and I also feel that I think that we need to apply, no matter which way we go, for the fact that let the state know, the legislators know, there is a need and concern.
Yeah.
If we don't apply for it, then they don't really realize that, hey, there is other concerns, even if it's small. So maybe next year they'll do another project.
Right now, they said 125 million statewide, and this was a one-time deal. It would be this year only and nothing in the future. However, if there's a lot of applications, a lot of dollars being sought, we know the legislature can be responsive to those kinds of things, and I believe there is a chance that if this is really super popular, that they might endeavor to find more money next year or the year after. And even if we don't get this particular assistance, I think we need to be prepared and ready to seek opportunities going forward.
As far as if we want to go more than 20%, if we could go 25,
That's $500,000.
$500,000 on a $10 million.
Especially if we're splitting with, if it was possible, to split it with the county.
They haven't been approached yet, so I
It's not a good
don't
time.
know, but it certainly is worthy of asking.
You know, I get.
I mean, over the long run, does, 500,000 is a large amount, but over a $10 million project over the long run, is that worth ponying up to move us a little bit higher on
I feel it is.
this? Yeah.
I don't know anything about it, but
That's the
we're willing to probably write a little more out of our own pocket to secure the funding.
Because what's our yearly revenue that we get?
Around $1 million.
1.2.
I don't need an exact number.
It's about one.
That's it.
1.2 right there.
Would our offering to pay the 25% possibly affect their decision-making on who they would award it to?
Yes, they have a scoring system established, and one of the items on their scoring list, and we have that, I don't have it with me this evening, but at 20% you get 0 points, I think, and at 25%, I don't know how many more points you get, but you get more points on the score.
The reason I asked is that when you did the northern end of Lincoln, Frank Mattis was mayor at the time, and he went to, I think probably with Mark, went to NDOT and said, instead of the 20%, we would offer 25 or 30, I'm thinking it was 30% funding. And we got the funding because of, well, not necessarily because of that, but it didn't hurt it. I think ultimately NDOT only charges 20%, but if it got us down the road, that was fine, and we're all in favor of it at the time.
So I think we're thinking two motions. If I could, I'll go ahead and do a first motion. I would make a motion that we accept the Lincoln Street Avenue for the Lincoln Street, design for the pursuing that one.
I would second that.
Thank you, Adam. Thank you, Ken. Those in favor of the motion, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, Motion carries 4-0. Then do we want to do another one?
Well, I guess you want to do it.
So I would make a motion that we would fund up to 25% of the cost of the project versus the 20% that NDOT's asking for.
I'll second that motion.
Thank you, Adam. Any discussion? Those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Motion carries 4-0.
Thanks, Bill.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thanks
Thank
for
you
coming
very
down,
much for
appreciate it.
coming.
Thanks, Ron.
Thanks, Bill.
All right, looks like our next thing on the agenda is approval of claims. We have one claim, actually, we did not get the voucher for, and it has been paid. It was for our matching fund for construction of Lincoln Street work. And it was paid back in June. You can see in our financial report, we paid $452,210.37. That was paid, but we had never approved that at a.
Yeah, and that wasn't actually paid out to anyone other than it was moved out of your account into a separate account for the purpose of being able to account for that money. We got the equivalent amount from the state, from the CCN, the Community Crossing Matching Grant. So that money has been moved. There's roughly 904,000, whatever twice that amount is, sitting in a separate account of which you have paid 30-some thousand a month ago to the or 2 months ago to the contractor.
Okay. Just to keep it clean, if we could make a motion to pay this.
That's Lincoln Street claim, correct?
Yes, is a Lincoln Street claim.
I'll make a motion that we pay the Lincoln Street claim.
I will second it.
Thank you, Adam. Thank you, Ken. Those in favor?
Aye.
Those opposed? Motion carries 4-0. Then we have a claim. This is actually another Lincoln Street claim from Globe Asphalt, and it's in the amount of $65,680.58, excuse me, 65680.58.
I'm gonna make a motion with that, that it's paid out 803 instead of 802, so we have something in 802, okay. Do we need to revise this? Chris, do we need to revise the first one of where that's getting paid out of, the first motion? Lincoln Street? Yeah, okay. I'll step back, I'd like to make a, new motion for the Lincoln Street claim that we paid out of the 803 fund, draw down.
I'll second that.
Second that. Do we need to vote on that then? Those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Motion carries 4-0.
And that's phase two. That one, right?
Here's
I'll
a,
have a copy of it. Let me put phase two.
we have two for phase two, two from American Structure Point. One is $300 and one is $1,513 from American Structure Point for phase two. Those are phase two claims. And then we have a claim this evening from Strand Associates of $12,927, which is, of course, is a feasibility study.
You want that two motions? Phase two motion. Sure. I'll make a motion that the first two, which are Veterans Way Phase 2 claims, be paid out of Fund 803.
I'll second.
Thank you, Darren. Those in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Motion carries. So then we, the Strand one of $12,927, pay that out of.
Everything needs to come.
So if we could have a motion to approve that.
So I'll make a motion, we pay the Strand claim out of Fund 802.
Second.
Thank you. Those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Motion carries 4-0. I think that's everything we have, other than we all have to sign a lot of papers. Oh, did we,
Do we do the globe?
we had one from Globe for this month for $65,680 and 58 cents,
Which is Lincoln Street.
which is Lincoln Street.
I'll make a motion, we pay Globe Asphalt claim out of Fund 803.
No.
No?
Pay it out of the joint fund that
Oh,
you just
the
put the
257, one that's sitting there.
457,000.
I'll make a motion, there we go. Thank you.
Oh,
You're more than
257
welcome.
fund.
257 fund.
257 fund, sorry.
It's okay. I'll make a motion, that little note's important, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
I'll make a motion that we pay the Globe Asphalt claim out of Fund 257.
Second.
Thank you.
With
Those
the
in
sidebar,
favor?
we will check on the first one to make sure it's also been paid that way and not came out of your 802 or 803, because I'm not for sure that was in place at that time.
I've got a report, Mark, if you want to look at that in a minute. Did I call for a vote?
Yeah, no,
No.
we got first, we
Sorry.
got the second.
Those in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Motion carries 4-0. I think we have our business conducted.
I think so.
Anything else from any board members? If not, our next meeting date is September 20th, right here at 6:30. And if there's no objections, we'll adjourn our meeting.